1. The Titanic was built by the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and was one of the largest and most luxurious ships of its time. 2. The Titanic was over 882 feet long and weighed more than 46,000 tons, making it the largest ship afloat at the time of its maiden voyage. 3. The ship had 20 lifeboats on board, but they were only enough to hold about half of the passengers and crew. 4. The Titanic had two sister ships, the RMS Olympic and the HMHS Britannic, both of which also met tragic ends. 5. The Titanic was equipped with state-of-the-art technology, including an onboard telephone system, electric elevators, and a sophisticated wireless communication system. 6. The Titanic was considered unsinkable by many people at the time, but it sank on its maiden voyage after hitting an iceberg in the North Atlantic. 7. Over 1,500 people lost their lives in the sinking of the Titanic, making it one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. 8. The sinking of the Titanic led to significant changes in maritime safety regulations, including the requirement for ships to carry enough lifeboats for all passengers and crew. 9. The Titanic has inspired numerous books, movies, and other works of art, including James Cameron's blockbuster film Titanic, which won 11 Academy Awards. 10. The Titanic remains one of the most famous ships in history and continues to fascinate people more than a century after its tragic sinking. Certainly, here are some interesting facts about the Titanic. 1. The Titanic was built in Belfast, Ireland, and was one of the largest and most luxurious ships of its time. 2. It was the largest ship afloat at the time of its maiden voyage in 1912, with a length of 882 feet and a height of 175 feet. 3. It took 3 years to build the Titanic, and cost $7.5 million, which would be the equivalent of $400 million today. 4. The Titanic was equipped with state-of-the-art features for its time, such as electric lifts, a swimming pool, a gymnasium, and a squash court. 5. The Titanic had a total of 20 lifeboats, but only enough to accommodate about half of the people on board. 6. The Titanic hit an iceberg on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England to New York City on April 15, 1912, and sank in less than 3 hours. 7. More than 1,500 people lost their lives in the sinking of the Titanic, and only about 700 survived. 8. The Titanic's tragic story has inspired numerous books, films, and documentaries, and continues to capture the public's imagination over a century later. 9. The Titanic was rediscovered in 1985, and today, the wreck remains on the ocean floor, where it serves as a haunting reminder of one of the greatest maritime disasters in history. 10. The Titanic was also carrying several famous passengers, including millionaire John Jacob Astor Ford, industrialist Benjamin Guggenheim, and Macy's department store owner Isidor Straus, all of whom perished in the sinking. 1. The RMS Titanic was the largest ship afloat when it entered service in 1912. It was 882 feet, 269 meters, long, 92 feet, 28 meters, wide, and weighed 46,328 tons. 2. The Titanic was built in Belfast, Northern Ireland, by the shipbuilding company Harland and Wolff. Construction began in 1909 and was completed in 1912. 3. The Titanic was equipped with state-of-the-art features for its time, including a swimming pool, Turkish bath, gymnasium, and a squash court. 4. The Titanic had 20 lifeboats, enough to carry only about half of its total capacity of 2,224 passengers and crew. 5. The Titanic set sail on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England, on April 10, 1912, and made stops in Cherbourg, France, and Queenstown, now known as Cove, Ireland, before heading for New York City. 6. The Titanic hit an iceberg in the North Atlantic Ocean on April 14, 1912, and sank early the next morning. More than 1,500 passengers and crew died, making it one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. 7. The Titanic was carrying some of the wealthiest people in the world at the time, including John Jacob Astor Ford, Benjamin Guggenheim, and Isidore and Ida Strauss, who all perished in the sinking. 8. The sinking of the Titanic led to significant improvements in maritime safety regulations, including the requirement for ships to carry enough lifeboats to accommodate all passengers and crew. 9. The wreck of the Titanic was discovered by a team of explorers led by Dr. Robert Ballard in 1985, nearly 73 years after the ship sank. The wreck lies at a depth of more than 12,000 feet, 3,660 meters, in the North Atlantic. 10. The Titanic has been the subject of numerous books, films, and documentaries, and its tragic story continues to captivate people around the world more than a century after its sinking.